Hello and welcome to Board with Life News for July 23rd. This week was an insanely slow news week, as is kind of the trend right before Gen Con when tons of releases are coming out, but I scrounged some up for you, but it's going to be weird stuff. So I'm going to talk about Dungeons & Dragons, Hearthstone and their release of Curse of Naxxramas, and the Kickstarter for Aquasphere. Let's get to it. Hey, I'm Chris, welcome to Board with Life News. As I stated a second ago, it was an incredibly slow news week. There was basically no new major news or anything because with Gen Con right around the corner, all the companies are getting ready for that and have already kind of announced everything that they're going to have at Gen Con. I'm working on it right now, and I will soon, maybe next week, maybe the week after, have kind of my most anticipated games for Gen Con. So that will be a cool little video where I kind of break down, I don't know if I'm going to do 10 or 20 or what. I might do that leading up to Gen Con, not sure. But I will definitely have something along those lines, so all of y'all going to Gen Con will be prepped with the best knowledge in board gaming that can come from my head. Other people have better knowledge, but it's not, I can't give you their knowledge. So as I mentioned in the video last week, Board with Life is doing a playthrough of Dungeons & Dragons as a podcast. You can look for the links down below, or it's easy to just go to iTunes and search for Board with Life Radio and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. We're releasing one a week, and basically we're playing through the starter set of Dungeons & Dragons, which is right here. This is all that's been released for the new 5th edition of Dungeons & Dragons that is just titled Dungeons & Dragons. We're really happy with it. It's been a lot of fun. In that podcast, Donald is the Dungeon Master, and I play along with Nikki from the show and Casey from the show, our producer Kellen, and our editor Adam. So definitely go check that out. We're really happy with it. And yeah, speaking of Dungeons & Dragons, I'm going to talk about Dungeons & Dragons news, which is pretty exciting. Wizards has been releasing some previews of the Player's Guide and things of that nature, and Boing Boing just recently got an exclusive with a bunch of the artwork that's going to be in it, and I'm just going to blow that up big over me so you can just look at that. So far, my favorite things that I've seen are the fighter. I think she is awesome looking. It's such a cool design. The armor is so awesome. The Warlock is super cool. There's also the Player's Handbook cover, which is cool and daunting and awesome. And so we're going to be getting the Player's Handbook in just a couple of weeks now, they're kind of rolling out the Dungeon Master's Guide and all those other books kind of like 1 or 2 a month moving forward. So that's very exciting stuff from Wizards. This isn't really a board game at all. It's a video game, a straight up video game, which is weird for me to talk about on this show because there are plenty of shows to talk about that. But Hearthstone from Blizzard is a collectible card game that is entirely digital. If you're unfamiliar with it, it is very similar to Magic the Gathering. It's a collectible card game. It's totally free to play. You can play it on your computer or your iPad. It's one of the best games on the iPad. There are things where you can pay to get booster packs, but there's tons of game there for free as well. And it's basically Magic the Gathering. They have their very first expansion is coming out tonight, actually, after I finish recording this video. It's coming out, so by the time you're seeing this, it's out, and it's called Curse of Naxxramas. And the way that's going to work is it's going to be 30 new cards, and they're 5 wings, as they call them, where basically there's going to be like little challenges and boss battles and things like that that you do to unlock the cards. The cards are focusing on Death Rattle, the Death Rattle mechanic, that there weren't a whole lot of Death Rattle cards, so that's pretty exciting. It's going to do some really weird stuff. If you're familiar with Death Rattle, really shake up the game, which is great because it had gotten a little bit stale. And the first quarter is the Arachnid quarter. It's out as you see this. And the next ones will cost $7 each, or $6.99 each, or $700 in-game gold each, or you can unlock all 4 of them for 20 bucks. It's pretty exciting. I like that game a lot. I play that game too much. And so if you're looking for a time and not so much a money suck, but a time suck, you should definitely try it out. I'm a big fan. In Kickstarter news, Aquasphere by Stefan Feld just went up today, or yesterday, because I record these on the different day than they come out. But yes, very recently, and I think it has 8 days left at this point. It was a 10-day campaign, very, very quick campaign. I'm going to talk about it because Stefan Feld is probably my favorite designer. I love almost everything that guy does. It's for 2 to 4 players. It's a worker placement game. It's this really cool theme where you're kind of scientists, like Jacques Cousteau style, underwater and in, like, you know, pods and doing research and things of that nature. So I'm pretty happy with that, and it is $40 right now on Kickstarter, so if that sounds interesting, definitely go check that out. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure that you sign up for our Gen Con events. I've talked about them every week. I'll link them down below so I won't bore you with them, but basically we've got Season 1 where you get to watch kind of the whole thing in the competition, the film festival. Season 2 preview where you're going to get a sneak peek. You're going to be the first people to see part of Season 2. And we've got some other really cool stuff planned. And The Cyclist, our horror short film, is playing in the Gen Con Indie Film Festival as well. So go down, sign up for those because we want to see you, we want to meet you, it'll be great. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to us on YouTube right down below, or there'll be a point at the end of this video. Subscribe to us on iTunes because we've got tons of great stuff coming out all the time, and we definitely want to let you guys know about that. This week's question comes from @KikaThumper via Twitter, and she asks, how short is too short for a game? I don't think there's too short for a game. I think it just depends on what the game is. I'm trying to think of the shortest game I have or that I've played. It's certainly under 10 minutes. I'm trying to think, but yeah, I think a game should be as long as it should be, which in some cases is 4 hours, in some cases it's 15 minutes. You know, sometimes games can be too long, that's certainly true, where games kind of overstay their welcome after a certain point, but I really I can't think of any game that I've played that was short and I went like, man, I wish that was longer, because then I just play it again if I still have, you know, want to dig deeper into it. So, you know, I think as long as the mechanics and theme and everything fits together, I think you could have a game that takes 30 seconds. And I bet there are games that take that long and I'm just not thinking of them. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next week.